Hey everyone, it's me, Xcanadensis. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I post new doll-related videos multiple times a week, and today's video is kind of a get-to-know-me sort of video, I guess, through my toy collection. So I put together this little scrapbook of memories from throughout my time as a toy collector, mainly collection pictures, but also just like special moments, and I thought it'd be fun to walk through this with you because throughout most of the history of running a YouTube channel, I've just had videos since like 2012 of my collections up, but those aren't available anymore. So most of you guys, I'm sure, have not seen these because I didn't even hit 1,000 subscribers until 2017. So like, you know, nobody's really seen these. And I thought this would be just fun, kind of a get to know me thing. Also, hopefully, I understand completely when new collectors see a large collection like mine. It's very intimidating and like, oh my god, I'll never get there. But let me show you where it started for me. So, for some background, I started collecting toys when I was 12, in 2011. I decided I was a collector. I gave up toys for about a year. I was really into My Little Pony as a kid, then Littlest Pet Shop, really into Littlest Pet Shop. Then when I moved, I kind of fell out of it a little bit. I went to middle school, or I went to like seventh grade. At some point during seventh grade, I found My Little Pony G4, and the rest is history. So, yeah, I discovered that there were collectors that were adults online, and I thought they were the coolest people in the world. Coincidentally, my dad is a toy collector, but he collects like action figures and comic books and stuff, and I viewed that as different from like collecting My Little Ponies. I didn't really think about it that way. That they were both just toys and it's the same thing. I didn't think of it that way. When I discovered that there were My Little Pony collectors, that was a game changer. And I was like, okay, so if adults are doing this, then I can do it too. It's respectable. But I considered myself a collector. I was different, even though I was fully still playing with them the same way a kid would. I still play with my dolls now. I think all adult collectors, at least in some capacity, are playing with them, unless you're like a strictly in-box collector or something. You're playing with them, you're brushing their hair, you're changing their clothes, you're setting them up in different ways. But you can use whatever terminology makes you comfortable. When I was 12, collector was what made me comfortable. So yeah, I'm gonna walk you through this. I have 5 collection videos to show you. I have 2 from 2012, 1 from 2017, 1 from 2018, and 1 from 2022. 2 of them are still up on my channel, but I thought it'd be fun to just like talk a little bit through them. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. So yeah, let's get started. So we start in 2011. I'm really glad I have this. This was the first picture of My Little Pony that I ever took. I was at Pensacola Beach. I got engaged at Pensacola Beach this year for my 10th anniversary with Brett. This was actually before I met him, my husband, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, there's Rarity, my first My Little Pony toy. This was before I got my second one because I only brought Rarity on this trip. And I remember I had her in my little jacket pocket. And I took her to the beach to take these pictures. And unfortunately, my stupid little digital camera did this. But yeah, all the pictures were blurry like this. But it's beautiful. And you can see the inspiration from Littlest Pet Shop Tube, which is actually how I started YouTube, with the little rhinestones on the ear. And then here, from 2012, these are my first collection pictures I ever took. So it took about 4 months to grow my collection this much because I was obsessed with them. I would like every week I would like do everything my mom asked. I would be like, do you have anything you want me to do? Like, tell me, can I clean something? And then at the end of the week, I'd be like, can you buy me a My Little Pony, please? I want to get this one. And yeah, I was doing a lot of work for $5 ponies, but God, it was so magical. And that's where all these came from. This I used to carry back and forth from my mom's house to my dad's house. You're going to notice big differences between the pictures taken at my mom's house and pictures taken at my dad's house. Yeah. At my mom's house, she was very supportive of my collection, but she didn't really want them like out in the room. And it's not because she was embarrassed of them or anything. She just liked for my room to be very like clean and orderly. And at my dad's house, when I had a room for about 3 years. It was the office that was built onto the house, not by my dad, but it was built on, and it was magical in that room. I was able to like fully make the room a complete disaster with like crap all over the walls and toys everywhere. So it was really cool to have that outlet to be able to express that sort of thing. But anyway, here's my ponies at my mom's house. I'm such a... Oh, this is hilarious, actually. I wonder if my mom remembers this. We had a media room that was seldom used. And it took about a week before it was discovered that I stole the shelves out of there because I wanted to display my toys so I could take these pictures. So I moved all of the DVDs onto the floor and took two of the shelves. So this is one of them. And these are some My Froggy Stuff tutorial houses I built. And they're magnificent. I don't have the houses anymore, but I definitely have the furniture and stuff. And look how cute. This was the top of a sock, I think, actually. This, like, green thing. But look how cute this is, my interior design. I wish I could do this. I mean, I totally can. I don't know. I just can't bring myself to do it anymore. I want to do it again so bad because this was my favorite thing. And look how beautiful their little rooms are. It's amazing. And I put this here because that was my first store display. Literally, like, as soon as I started collecting, I grabbed that 4 months in. So, yeah. um, Pretty cool. It's really easy store display to get. It's just the blind bag My Little Pony thing, but I loved them since day one. I thought they were so cool. Okay, this is that same day. This is my closet, another shelf I took. This is a bathroom stool, also. Anything I could display things on. These are my first G1s I ever had, so that's kind of cool that I have pictures of them. And this is my whole childhood collection. I had not added anything to my collection other than the G4s, obviously. So it's really cool to have this picture because and I have more pictures like this, the better pictures. This was in the before times when I was using a tiny little phone. It wasn't a flip phone. It was like one of the first touchscreen phones. It was just terrible. But I was so glad to have it. And I was taking the pictures on there and then uploading them directly, but you couldn't really tell if they were blurry until you looked at it on a desktop. So that's why a lot of these pictures are like horrifically blurry. This is Minty, my favorite. I circled her because she's my favorite. And that's why she's got her own special little spot here. But yeah, this is like, I dug them out and I was like, I'm a collector. Like, I want to put them on display. And then this is when I first got that room at my dad's house that I was talking about. And I moved all the ponies there because my mom was pretty mad about me taking those shelves here. And I was kind of fighting a battle. And eventually she bought me shelves and was like, okay, if you have them in these shelves, it's fine. So, but I had too many My Little Ponies for that. So, I moved them to my dad's house. These are built-in shelves. They're beautiful. This is my little CRT I had in there. I had, like this, it's not here yet, but you'll see it later. There's a disc changer that had like, I think it could hold like 100 discs. I don't know. It was huge. And I had like every episode of The Simpsons because we had a bunch of box sets from like season 1 to season 10. We were missing a couple, so but I can quote like every Simpsons episode because I would literally, when I was at my dad's house, my dad was usually working, so it was kind of weird. I was just there. And in like all summer too, I usually didn't really get to interact with anybody there, but I had my own little room to play with my toys in and decorate, and I loved it. It was so fun. But anyway, I would just sit and have Simpsons playing 24/7. But yeah, I can quote all those. And that's my bearded dragon, Callie. I miss her so much. And these were dolls. This was before I was collecting dolls, so it's kind of cool that they're here. And then my Care Bears from my childhood are here. And yeah, just the start of a pony collection. And some G4s here. I guess I didn't put the G4s, or is that who's here? I think these are G4s here. G4s I carried back and forth, generally. But the G3s I left here. And they stayed here for a long time. Also, I think this is my Hamtaros, right? Yeah, this is my Hamtaro collection there from childhood, which you can see right here. Most of the things you're going to see in these pictures I still have, so kind of cool. And the reason I was feeling so nostalgic about this, by the way, is because I'm about to do another doll room tour, and I was watching my old ones that are currently uploaded on my channel, and I was like, it would be really cool to talk through these first as like a prelude, so hint hint. And here's I love putting stuff on the walls like this. I don't have wall space anymore because I have shelves on the walls. It's not a bad problem to have, but you can see the back cards and then the cards from the blind box, or the blind bag toys. My mom worked so hard to get those blind bag toys for me because this was, I guess, the summer while I was at my dad's house. But like, I remember she would call me and be like, okay, I'm there. They have number 22, number 11, number 9. Do you have those? And I'd be like, I need number 9. That's Minty. And I remember that. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's Minty. I remember it. But yeah, I got that full set. And then there was also like a special box set that my mom got for me. God, the early like collecting days with My Little Pony, it's just so magical. It's so magical. And then I had this extra rarity because I was supposed to customize her, but I never did. And I still have her in box to this day. So that's an original. She's right there. It's an original rarity in box. Kind of cool. Then we switched to dolls. So I do still have My Little Pony collection pictures after this, but we switched to dolls. Also, I skipped forward a little bit too much. I have a video from 2012 to show you, so I will be right back. It seems this has opened in some weird program. Is this QuickTime? I don't know. But this video was taken on my tiny little phone, so that's why it looks like this. But this was one of my first YouTube videos on Xcanadensis. This is my second one, is according to the title. I archived some of my videos before I had to delete them all. YouTube made me delete all of my videos from before I was 18 years old, and it sucked. But yeah, so I downloaded some of them. So this was my entire toy collection, or I guess my G4 ponies, on February 7th, 2012. Sorry, we skipped forward a little bit too much. I have another video from 2012 to show you after this. But anyway, why won't it play? Hey. Play for me. There we go. Okay. Ah! I don't want y'all to hear it. Whew, that voice. Okay. Anyway. I just thought it was cute. Here they all are. Can see I'm showing them all, and in the audio for it's so cute. I was like, if anybody has Starbeam or Star Swirl and Rainbow Flash for sale, please let me know. How was I gonna buy them? I don't know. They're European exclusive. Still don't have them, by the way, the G4 ones. But look how cute. I lined them all up, and they all have their special little hairstyles. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, I had little pets. I made like extra pets. Of course, a snake. That's supposed to be opalescent. My dad made that, but never finished, and then the head fell off. Yeah. But that was really cool. I still have that. And then that's supposed to be gummy. My dad also made that. We never painted it though. But that snake, I think that's some kind of little wood model I got at like at a Renaissance festival or something. I forgot about that. And then this is this bunny that I've been trying to figure out where it went to for years, and I finally figured it out, but I forgot again. Like, I saw it in a picture. Was it like a Barbie set? If you recognize that bunny, let me know. I saw it when I was researching something for Dialect, so I think it's Barbie. But yeah, look at my ponies. So yeah, so that video is from 2012. That is from February 7th, 2012. So we're only a couple months into collecting, and I'm so sorry I totally skipped that in the time frame that we were in. But anyway, now let's get back to our main feature. There we go. Okay. Moving back in. Now we're collecting dolls. So I had gotten a doll before this. I do have photos of her, but it's Sweet Party Cyan from La Di Da, and you'll see her in some photos later on. I considered her part of my My Little Pony collection, so I don't really count her as the start of my doll collection, but she was my first doll as a collector when I was like 13. Or 12 actually. But she didn't do much for me. I don't know. She kind of had the same problem as dolls for me when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I had dolls. I had Barbies, I had some Icing dolls, I had some Bratz dolls, but I had 2 Bratz dolls. I didn't really like dolls. They were kind of hard to play with. I really liked my Little Ponies and My Littlest Pet Shops. I liked collecting them. I liked, with My Little Ponies, I loved lining them up and setting up their little sets, and that was my favorite thing. And then Littlest Pet Shop, same thing, but I could also do like the little videos that I liked making, which I would die to have those videos again. I filmed them on my little purple flip phone. I remember I did like a Total Drama Island parody, which I want to do again so bad. It was called Total Bunny Island for some reason. And it was with my brother. Like, I wish I had that video. Wish I had it. But anyway, yeah, so dolls I just couldn't really play with that way. And stands, like, I had my scene stands, but they were terrible. They're saddle stands. Can you see why I hate saddle stands? They didn't really stand the dolls up, and if you weren't like actively holding the dolls, they'd just fall over. It was annoying. So I don't know, I just wasn't super into dolls. I liked My Little Pet Shops better and My Little Ponies. But Monster High was like radically different than what I was familiar with dolls. They were fully articulated. I had also discovered these adult collector community of them from I was on a My Little Pony forum called the My Little Pony Arena. I was under 13. I'm sorry. But yeah, don't do that. It's really dangerous if you're under 13, especially. Don't be lying about your age online and like being in adult spaces. It's not cool. I did it. Shouldn't have. But it's how I became a collector. It's just very unsafe and reckless. Luckily, nothing happened, but it's very reckless. But that's how I discovered the My Little Pony adult collecting community. But then I discovered Monster High through there. Well, I already had loved the Monster High like show, and I was watching it, and I was super secretive about it. I didn't want anyone to know. But I did have a Monster High folder, and I wanted to use it so bad. It made me so happy to use that folder when I was in junior high. But I would like hide it in my big binder, and then like I don't know, I was just so silly for some reason. And like Monster High is for people of this demographic, so I don't know why I was like that. I wasn't even really bullied about it. If people found out, they were just like, okay, like nobody cared. But I was so in my own head about it. Um, but I discovered Monster High in like 2010 or 2011, somewhere around there, just like My Little Pony G4. And I thought it was going to be a computer game because I found it when I was watching Adventure Time. There was like an ad for it. And I thought it was a computer game, and I was so excited because I love Neopets. But it wasn't. It was a show, and I loved the show, but it was specifically dolls. And I was like, I don't like dolls. No thanks. But then I discovered this Arena's Next Top Model, I think is what it was called. It was on the My Little Pony Arena because they used to have a Monster High board on there before they just made the Monster High Arena, which is now gone. But yeah, I made up my mind. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have Toralei. I will be getting Toralei. Did it happen? No. You'll see. I got Toralei like 2 years later. But I got Skull Shores Abbey. My reasoning was kind of silly. I used to always like make like these elaborate stories. Like I would be like, Mom, I found this doll and she's not Toralei, and I said I only wanted to get Toralei, but this one's really rare, so maybe I could sell her and trade her for Toralei. I took her home and immediately unboxed her and started playing with her like I was being goofy, but I remember that. And my mom got her for me, which is so cool. Like my first doll as a collector, like from my mom, and she's so special. I still have her, and this is the first picture I took immediately after unboxing her. And I love seeing my desktop at the time. You see Minecraft right there, and Dolphin. So I was playing GameCube game. What game is that? I think it's just the Dolphin downloader, but that's awesome. Yeah. That's a really special picture. I'm so glad I have it. And then this was my birthday in 2012, Monster High cake. My dad made that, and my Monster High collection grew so much so fast. Oh my god, you'll see. So July 1st is my first Monster High doll, right? I'm having a Monster High birthday party 6 months later, like, or sorry, 6 months. No, I was 28 days later. And then this, I mean, I think it's one, yeah, this is 2013. I put 2012, I was lying. So the next video I have to show you is of my collection in September 5th, 2012. So let's get there. Alright, so we have arrived in September of 2012, so we are 2 months into collecting, and looky here. So I don't have a picture. I feel like a picture exists because I feel like I've seen it before, but this year for my birthday, my dad had gotten me, I don't have pictures of this, but it was Nephra, Venus, and I think Rebecca, maybe Rochelle. Like I have a, maybe it was $4. I think it's 3 for some reason, but I have it written down somewhere. I have a list that I wrote out at some point of every single doll, where I got them, and in the order I got them. So I need to find that because that would be great to have. But this is my closet at my mom's house where I am displaying dolls because I was not allowed to have them in my actual room yet. But okay, there's just a lot of me showing one thing and then flipping, yeah. But here's my Monster High dolls. So my mom got me the Create Monsters and Persephone Malady. So yeah, and I got like, I'm not gonna tell you like the every single Monster High doll that I got in order. I say it in every Monster High collection video, but like, well, my early ones, like this was my third, I believe. Abby, that outfit is a disaster on you, baby. I'm sorry. My Creative Monsters. Creative Monsters were my favorites, and my mom already had ordered me the torso pack. It seems. Just terrible outfits, terrible. Creative Monsters were my favorites. There's my face. And I'm just showing. Oh, my those Pet Shops in box. I guess I had access to those. I thought my mom had kept those from me. I still have those. They're on display over there right now. Is it Piggy Bank that I painted? Like, why am I showing this? I was 13. That is a Moxie Teens wake stand that I drew with pencil on, and I was like, I'm a god customizer. I need to get access to paint. And I'll show you later why that was a mistake. There's my hand. And then we're back at it with the My Little Ponies here. Why do I have like jewelry on display? Like, what is this? But yeah, just all my things, all my special things. So that video's something. And I uploaded that on the internet, so. But it's beautiful and it's special to me, and I'm very glad that I have that. But yeah, so that's a mess, but there's my Monster High dolls from that era. And then we skip into 2013. So I didn't start using Instagram until 2014, and that's when I started like really posting collection pictures, just so you know. And I joined Instagram so that I could post a shelfie, which was what it was called when you took pictures of your shelves. And I really, really wanted to have Monster High like my post or repost me. And they did like my post at some point. And right now I want to stop here because we're in 2013. As you can see, I haven't had a whole lot of photos. I do have more pictures, but they're mostly like detail pictures of the same thing. And I have those videos, which I'm really grateful for. But something I want to impart in you, if you're early in your collecting journey, or if you've been collecting for 10 years or 20 years or 40 years or whatever, take more pictures. I'm telling you right now, you like I desperately wish I had more pictures of me like at the store buying these dolls or enjoying my dolls. I wish I had pictures of me doing that. I have a lot of pictures that I took, which is awesome. I'm really glad that I have these, but I don't have a lot of pictures of me enjoying them, and that sucks because I can never get those again. I have very few pictures of me in the store with them. I don't even think I have a single picture of me in the stores with them until like 2015, 2016. Like, and that sucks to me because these were such important, like formative, I feel like I'm gonna cry, like formative, important years in my life, and this was so meaningful to me, and it really sucks that I don't have pictures to celebrate it. So anyway, that's my little wisdom for you. So this is an interesting situation here, and that's why I wanted to bring it up here, is because this picture on the top left is actually me actively rearranging. So I had just gotten these G1s. I believe this was my first big G1 lot that my dad got for me, or maybe my second. And I'm putting them up in my room at my dad's house here. This is not the summer, so this was just a weekend I was over. And he must have gotten these on Craigslist or something. He had started a toy store. I don't know if it started yet, but he was at least gathering inventory for his toy store, and that's kind of how these came to be. Um, and I'm pretty sure it was Craigslist with these. And we've got a big tub of them. And this was a really cool lot. There's a lot of really good stuff in here. And you can see I'm actively arranging them here. This is me like sorting, because it was all G3s on display before and some other stuff. So I was like figuring out like where they're going to go. And there's a big shelf up here. There's this shelf that was a fold down from the wall. This is the windowsill I was displaying stuff in. Didn't really know about UV at the time. This is my fairy tale bird I got from that lot. Super cool. I didn't realize I had her that early. And this stupid fan. This is that disc changer I was telling you about. Hello, my darling. This is my daughter Lego, who's born in 2018. This is 5 years before Lego, BL. 5 years BL. Look, mama. Anyway. And then this picture is after, like, I had arranged, so you can see. Well, these are already arranged here, but there's nothing here, and then you can see I've figured it out at some point. I have way more of these close-up pictures, but I didn't want to, like, bore you to death with them. And then this is my entire doll collection. I posted this on Instagram a couple times, so maybe you've seen it if you follow me on there. I was going through my Instagram archive, and I've posted this picture, like, 4 separate times, because every time I find it again, I'm like, but this was my whole collection, basically a year into collecting. So you can see, like, it takes time, and every single one of these I loved them so much, and I love all my dolls so much to this day too, but like these are like my founding girls, you know, like they mean so much to me, and like these were a really good thrift find. That's what these Bratz dolls were too. These are not my childhood Bratz. These are some childhood dolls here. This is like a Barbie on one of those articulated fashionista bodies, and I really like that sweater I had on her. My Liv dolls, I loved my Liv dolls. I played with them so much. You can see their horrible outfits I put on them. Terrible outfits. And I was redressing all my dolls. That was my thing, is I really wanted every single doll that I owned to be redressed, which produced some wacky results, because I didn't have a lot of fashion packs, or any fashion packs at this point. Did I? If Talata? Yeah, I didn't yet. It's yeah, kind of a disaster. This is a horrible custom I made. Don't even look at her. But yeah. I love this picture. It's really special. And yeah, that was my whole collection a year in. It's grown exponentially. I believe I'm over 3,000 now, so. Anyway, this is I'm not kidding, the only selfie I have of me with my dolls from, like, when I started until, like, 2015. So, yeah. I have a picture from the same day that I took with my My Little Ponies, and I have one that my mom took of me with, or I think I have 2. One of me at Disney on Ice with my Elsa and Anna dolls, and then one with like my Pull Up Froggy. Wait, was that Disney on Ice? I don't know. But that's like it that I have. So, I wish I had more pictures like this. I wish they, I mean, it would be better if it was a picture somebody else took of me, but you know, like, I wish I had more pictures like this, because this is so sweet. This is so special. Like, yeah. And that's my favorite girl. And look how cute that outfit is I had on her, by the way. She's dressed a lot worse now, but this was extremely cute. Like, this is extremely cute. Even, like, Abby Skull Short Shoes, like, and the hat, like, this worked. Everybody else, disaster outfit, but this worked. Anyway, 14th birthday in 2013. I got Blue Believe X Bloom from my dad and Gigi, and I was at my dad's house this summer, so, I don't remember what my mom got me this year. Let me think. Don't know. Could have been drawing tablet year, maybe. You see Winx dolls, and I got these boxed G1 set. Well, they weren't like in box; it was just the boxes. My dad got them at a garage sale, and then this Gumby set. Lego, you can't be on the table, Mama. Yeah. And then this is Christmas 2013 at my dad's house again. I noticed that I took way more pictures and posted them when I was at my dad's house early on, and it's because I used to spend like basically any break at my dad's house, like weekends and holiday breaks, and I was just so bored because my dad was either working or sleeping. So I was just kind of left to my own devices. So I was playing on like Neopets and playing with my dolls. So that's, I think, why I have so many more pictures from my dad's house than my mom's house at the time. I don't know. But yeah, I really do think it's because, like, if I was at my mom's house every single weekend, probably would have had more pictures of my mom's house every weekend. But I basically did not spend any weekends at my mom's house until like high school. So yeah, but you can see my Frozen dolls. This is hilarious. One of them, Elsa's on a live body that does not match at all, and Anna is on a Star Singers. That Lady Gaga Jade doll. I got her because I wanted her wigs, and they were terrible. But I wanted her wigs for my Create Monster dolls. But anyway, yeah, that is a mess. But I wanted the articulated bodies, and I had found like doll customizing kind of rebodying, and this is why I don't do it anymore. This is why. I just accept the articulation that they have for the most part because, oh my god, this was a disaster. And then there's my favorite Littlest Pet Shop. I don't know why I put that here. And then these were my favorites that Christmas break, I guess. So this is Power Girls Torlai. I didn't get her for Christmas. See, none of these were like Christmas presents that were wrapped for me because this one I remember the shopping trip vividly. And then these two I got with Christmas money from my grandma, so these are kind of Christmas presents. And then this one I already had. My mom, the journey to get that also. You're probably wondering why I put her on a live body. She was a JCPenney version, and back then the JCPenney ones didn't have elbow joints or knee joints. Well, they had the click knees or wrist joints, and I wanted that. But if you weren't around at the time, Frozen Fever, haha, that's why Frozen Fever was called that. Frozen Fever was like real. You could not get these dolls, and I was obsessed with Frozen. I had to have my Anna and Elsa dolls. But you could get Anna easy, but Elsa, no, you could not get her. So we ended up finding her at a JCPenney, and my mom worked so hard, and I'm so grateful. But we waited in a long line to get them too. But that's how I got my Anna and Elsa, and I was so grateful. I played with those dolls so much. As you can see, they look like a disaster. You can see my DC Barbies here. They were just featured in a video, so there they are. Yeah. And yeah, there's that Elsa again. And as you can see, her head was super loose. It didn't fit at all. Mess. And my little cat hat, I wore that everywhere for a while. And I guess my dad got me this. I thought these were from my mom, but I guess not. Because they are on Christmas at my dad's house. And then this is my dad's toy store. So I mentioned this earlier. This is the second store. He had one, and then we outgrew it, so we moved into the one across the way. Wait, no, is this... I think this is the third location. It was literally all in the same antique mall until later. He doesn't own the store anymore, but this is cool. We don't have a lot of early pictures of the store because I don't know, nobody took them. But here's my first Equestria girls. I was very stubborn and picky. I didn't want any of them that didn't have the articulated arms, and at the time that was only Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy, Rarity, and Pinkie Pie, I think. But for some reason, I never really got more. So these were my Equestria girls. And then... So that's early 2014. And then we have... This is cringe, but I love it. So this is like whatever I was obsessed with at the time. I got my first debit card because my mom started giving us lunch money, and that was how she did it, so that we could stop... So we would stop asking for things. She was like, okay, you can save your own money and buy them. And also I could buy online without being like, Mom, can you buy this on eBay for me? So, and this is when I'm 14. I decided to make a cover for my debit card because there was an option to do that, and I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. I'm gonna make one. Thank God I never submitted this, because imagine being the guy printing this and laughing so hard. But I drew it and I posted it on my Facebook for my family to see. But anyway, these are all the things I was obsessed with my freshman year of high school, or is this sophomore year? I think this is late freshman year. This is my Winx OC. Well, my Winx me. It's not an OC. That's just me. Paintbrush Winx, because look, I'm such an artist, right? But cringe stuff like this is like nostalgic and special. So thank God I never deleted this. But whew, it's rough. Then we have an anomalous car, Xcanadensis. This is this from Minty from My Little Pony. As you can see, front and center, my favorite. Like, I just my personality for a while. I don't know why. I love all the stupid little. Well, these are me testing colors of the colored pencils, and then these like weird polka dots. I don't know. This is my Neopet, Ghost Walkie. This is Yellowfang from Warriors Cats. And this is years after I read the book, too. So I was just that in love with this character. Then we have my Pikmin. Always love Pikmin. Wouldn't I be so proud now to have this and know that Pikmin 4 exists? Pikmin 3 had just come out and it sucked and I didn't like it very much. And I waited until now, 10 years, for this. So, and then this is my OC that I stuck with forever. So this was supposed to be representing Monster High, but also like Majora's Mask was my favorite game. I'm like obsessed with it. Well, other than Pikmin 2, which we see here. She's been completely reworked. She's just like a Cyclops girl that I still draw to this day. Then we have Harmony. This is interesting because I didn't think I was like that into Hamtaro at the time. I was super into it as a kid. And then I didn't really get back into it very much until now, but apparently there was a time because I drew Harmony here. And these are like my main obsessions at the time. We have Godzilla, of course, because this is Mothra. I was drawing the little figure. Honestly, did a pretty good job on that one. And then Politoed, because I love Pokemon always. And I guess this was before I discovered, well, I knew about Armaldo, obviously, but this was before Armaldo was my guy. Or I didn't feel like drawing him. Either or. This is my first Toralei in 2014, so 2 years in, I finally got one. And I also got her, I ordered them from Canada on the Monster High Arena forum. I paid like $70 for both of them, which was a great deal. I thought I got scammed because I had never ordered something from overseas before. Well, that's not overseas, but another country before. And they kind of like, during customs time, they just never updated, and I was like, what is going on? But they arrived. It just took forever, and yeah, this is my favorite G1 Monster High doll. Well, one of them. Marisol Coxey probably beats her, and the Three-Eyed Ghoul, but one of my favorite G1 Monster High dolls right here. And then my Toralei. Finally, I had gotten my signature Toralei that I'd always dreamed of getting. She didn't have an arm, or a tail, or a sweet fang, or a purse, but that's why I got her for such a good price. At the time, that was like crazy. This doll was like $90 out of box at the time. It was ridiculous. Still to this day, she's probably ludicrously expensive, but it seems like the first editions are way more expensive now, and they weren't really at the time. I know 2.0 was a little bit pricey at the time, too. This is my Monster High collection. There's a lot more off-camera, and you can see my one Equestria girl that I decided to display here. That's Pixel Pizzazz. I love her. She's like one of the best designs ever. There's other dolls over here. For some reason, I didn't take a picture over there. But here's my collection. I think this is the picture that Monster High liked, and this is my first Instagram post, I believe. So that's something. And then I posted like every single day. So these are the same day. So this is oil paint. So I think these pictures were actually taken before this date because I posted like a ton of pictures that day. But this is that girl I showed you earlier. This is oil paint, and I destroyed my bathroom with oil paint everywhere because I didn't know oil paint didn't wash out of things easily. And then this is the honestly kind of frumpy new outfit. I mean, I like this outfit, but everything worked better when she had the purple hair, but I felt like that was kind of generic to give her. So I had to be different. So I gave her this live wig, and then this is also a live wig. And then I repainted her. This is a lot better. But the reason the eye is so unbelievably ginormous is because this was oil paint and it stained the face. And I wanted to cover this eyebrow too because it looks stupid. So that's a disaster. I'd love to try this again someday. Why didn't I put the straps on? Like, how lazy is that? Really? Weird. They're not on here either. What is wrong with me? Maybe the strap look didn't fit the vision. I don't know. Winx collection shelf. This is funny. I have very few pictures of this because I have plenty of pictures like this, but it's always a mess and there's always a horrible light. So that's funny. Why didn't I just open the doors? I'm literally sitting in my bed and just like click, done. My Little Pony collection at my dad's house, my Monster High store displays. I don't want any. I've been accused of faking liking the store displays. Look at this. The earliest in my collection, barely even posting on social media. I just love them. They make me so happy. This is actually a Toys R Us store display thing. This is like a riser thing from when my dad worked at Toys R Us. I don't know where that is now. I think he was using it for alcohol at some point, like putting bottles on it. I don't know. Wish I still had that though, because it's really nice. It was like a really nice riser, like really clean looking. And there's my little CRT with Persephone Reality's little box thing on it. I turned this into a display area instead of a desk at some point. My childhood Pokemon pinball thing is out. These are my Neopets. I'm trying to put them on display here, and you could just see like a lot of my collection coming together here, like these store displays. This Abby, who I don't have anymore, I gifted her to my friend, but you can just really see things happening. This was such a amazing year for toys, and being a collector and being early in my collecting. This is my Hamtaros, which you can see right there behind me. I haven't added a lot of hamsters, but I've added a lot of playsets, as you can see. And then I just spread out the hamsters, but this is all of them back then. Honestly shocked I got them all on display, because there's like a lot of them, and they're really hard to display, but I really crammed them in there. And it looks great. Pinky Cooper boxes here, my childhood Care Bears, the only two I had left. I used to have so many. And my McDonald's box for Winx. And then, see, a day later, see, I was posting like every day. And this is maybe the weekend school started or right before school started. I don't know. I thought school started in like August, right? This is that store display again. G4s are here. I think this is McDonald's toys here. McDonald's My Little Ponies. My two fashion style G4s, my Alien collection. It's just amazing. Look, this. You see that? It's right there. See it? It's just cool to see like the same objects. It's just so exciting. I don't know. This is a toy show. This haunts me. So I'm really glad I have this picture. I did not know I had this picture. I think I must have gone back for more things though, because I distinctly remember getting other rare Littlest Pet Shops. Rare. They're not rare. They're just ones everybody wants because they were in YouTube series. Littlest Pet Shop collecting community is like, I don't like the way they operate. But anyway. I'm pretty sure I had also gotten that collie and that dachshund from LPS Popular. Is it Sage and Savannah? Those two. I got the Raceabout Ranch cat because I knew she was really hard to get, and I have one from childhood, but she has a smudged eye. But this is cool to have like a picture of when I got these and where. But this is a toy show that I went to with my dad. We were tabling, so I'm sitting at the table working. Not working. But there was one table, and usually at shows like this, there's never anything for me. There will be like 3 holiday Barbies at some random booth, but this was an entire table of My Little Ponies, Littlest Pet Shops and stuff, and the guy was selling them all for so cheap, but I used my little lunch money to buy these, and I really wish that I'd ask my dad for like an advance or to help me or something, because bins and bins and bins of My Little Ponies, Littlest Pet Shops. Like I remember a huge bin of My Little Ponies, and I specifically picked out the 2 that had mommy charms around their neck. I really wanted the mommy charms. I still do. But it haunts me to think about what ponies must have been in there, and they were all perfect. Look how perfect the condition on those is. Those are 2 of my favorite ponies, to be fair, though, so I'm glad I have them. And then I, for some reason, picked out mostly G3s. I have a very complete G3 collection, though, so I guess it was really notable that I found G3s that I didn't already have. And then these are the LPS I picked out, but I feel like I went back for more. And on this post, I read the caption, and it said I got the Littlest Pet Shops for free, which I did not know, so that makes this even more haunting now, doesn't it? So I wonder what I paid for all this. Must have been like $25 because that was my allowance at the time, or maybe I'd saved for several weeks. I don't know. Okay, the next day I posted this this Monster High Shelf picture. I love that I was sorting favorites, so you can see 2.0 Claudine's always been a favorite for me. There's my beautiful Toralei. She has a nocturnal ghoul's arm, by the way. Skull Shore's Claudine also a favorite. My Werecats. Is this just Creative Monsters? They were my absolute favorites, man. I wonder where the signatures are. That's weird. Littlest Pet Shops. Clearly, I got these and it was like, wait, I love Littlest Pet Shop. Let's start playing with those again. I didn't get them on display until my first house, though, just so you know. Like, I never figured that out. Because Littlest Pet Shops are hard to display, man. But I played with them a lot. And then in 2014, this shelving unit fell on me once. Because I removed a bunch of these shelves, which you're not supposed to do, because I wanted to stack a bunch of stuff in there. And then, like, fully it fell on me at some point. It hurt so bad. Because my bed was here and I was sleeping. Or I wasn't sleeping. I was up all night always, but it fell on me. Yeah. You can see my Winx up here. Then my Monster High collection. And these are little apartments, by the way. That's why I had this. And this was like an old shelving unit from my childhood that was in the garage of my mom's house, and I was like, can we bring it to my dad's house for the summer? So we've set it up, and this is in October though, so it must have been up for a while. But yeah, love it. And here's another picture of that shelf I showed you earlier. And then clearly I rearranged because now the signatures are here. That was always my collecting goal, was to have one of each character, and generally that was going to be the signatures. So you can see that. And I never got the original ghouls because I didn't start collecting until 2012. But I did get them. You'll see soon. Not soon. A long time from now. This picture is hilarious. I included it. So my dad got that dollhouse. It's the 80s A-frame Barbie dream house. He got it. I'm pretty sure he was on his way to go pick up like stuff for his store, like a house pickup, and found this on a curb. And I was so excited. I wanted it so bad. And I just discovered it too because my stepmom went through her like mom's garage and gave me a bunch of vintage Barbie stuff, like furniture and clothes. So that's where all this furniture comes from. But like this house, it was such a good find. So we cleaned it off, and then this is my bed. I know it's hard to tell. So this is the edge of the bed. It is a twin-size bed. This is my big coffin store display, by the way. And I guess my Raven and Apple boxes are there. So I was sleeping here in a little ball. Like, this is the end of the bed. And because I wanted the dollhouse up, but there was no room. And I'm not going this hard anymore. My dollhouses aren't on display because there's no room. And I mean there's no room as in, like, it won't be, like, as open of a room and it won't look as clean. But no, I need to get back to this. Dollhouse on the bed. I was just like, I want to play with this dollhouse. So it was on the bed for months. At some point, I think there's a picture of it off the bed, but I think it's because I had to move to my mom's house in like 2015. Anyway, this Christmas 2014, love that I always included the money. I was like, I got $50. Just bought some doll with it. This is my little Christmas haul. It's actually kind of a big Christmas haul. My dad was also a collector, and he had his store at the time, and I always worked there. So he really loved like collecting with me, and it was really a cool time. And my mom heavily supported my collection too. They both did. But I generally spent weekends at my dad's house, and holiday breaks and stuff. And then these are them out of the box. And then this is at my mom's house, and I have already gotten Lorna and Coffin Bean Torlight, looks like, so they already multiplied immediately. And I don't know what I got for my mom this year for Christmas. It's interesting. I don't seem to have documented it. I know like 2013. Oh, I remember now. 2013 Christmas, I got Scaris. I have pictures of that. I got Scaris, Jennifer, and Skelita from my mom. Okay, these are collection pictures. Interestingly, I wasn't taking Disney collection pictures for some reason, so this is my first one. I mean, to be fair, this is all I had at the time, so it's a pretty small collection. Then we have Ever After High. We have Pinky Cooper. I love that I took this picture. My collection hasn't changed much. I have not been able to get a hold of much more. Here's that Winx shelf again. You can see I put and you can see Frozen as its own whole zone. I finally put them back in their outfits though. Dude, I kept dressing them in these horrendous, like, modern clothes. Oh, it was so bad. Oh, wow. I think they're still in the bad bodies here though, because Anna looks quite a bit shorter. But maybe not actually. Maybe I put her back. What a dark time for those dolls. I feel so bad for them. And their hair is such a disaster because I played with them so much in my Winx collection. I have the most videos of my Winx collection. I kind of stopped doing other videos because nobody was really responding to them. Winx was what people would actually watch. And I loved posting my Winx videos too, but it was like I'd post a Monster High video, nobody cares. And I post Winx, and I post Winx, and then I post Monster High, and people would be like, why are you posting this? Post Winx. So I kind of got bullied a little bit into like exclusively posting Winx content, but also I just got like specifically really into Winx Club, and I just love posting about it on YouTube. But on Instagram I posted mainly Monster High because that was like I had a lot of friends with Monster High and stuff on there. Didn't really take a lot of photos in 2014. No, did I? Because look, this is all for 2015. Collection picture here. This is when I started like I went to my dad's house a little bit less this year because I had my like high school friend group and we hung out a lot, and also I was with Brett. We've been together for 10 years, actually almost 11 years now, so I was spending a lot of time there. Or I was spending some of my weekends at my mom's house so that I could see everybody and hang out. And then this is my Christmas haul from 2015 from my dad, and you can see I got the original ghouls. So I was really like getting it together. I was getting like one of each character like I wanted. And then this is the release event for the Girl of the Year 2016, Leah Clark, American Girl. So this is American Girl Store Houston. This is really cool. I actually have a video, terrible video I took on this day. So that's exciting. And this is my friend from high school who always supported me on these doll adventures. She was not a doll collector. I did gift her an American Girl. She loved the dolls too, but like we played with them together and stuff. But she wasn't a doll collector or anything. But she was so supportive and awesome. And that's why I had two American Girls, by the way, is because she was carrying one around too. I think she had picked Mia, and this is my look-alike here. And then this is just a Winx haul, and again, I had no pictures of me with dolls, so this was exciting to have. And then I was doing some photography with my stepdad's camera. Look how good these are. This Techno picture is like the best picture I've ever taken. I love it. This is my pony collection after I had to move out of my dad's house because my brother was moving in, like, more permanently, so I couldn't have that room anymore. It just sucked. So this is all of that stuff packed up. And this is my American Girl collection right before my birthday, but I had gotten this doll for my birthday from my mom when we went. And Jess's hair is still in the braids. Those are the factory braids. I accidentally made them come out, and I was really sad a few years later. And then here's my Winx collection. I did a video. This is the thumbnail. Well, I think I took a picture and posted on Instagram or something. So this is my whole Winx collection at the time. Cyrenix is here, and then my boxed ones aren't shown, and my minis. I hit 1,000 subscribers on April 5th, 2017. So what a special day. So cool. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm famous now. I am the most important person in the universe now. Like, and I am almost at 75,000 now. So I'm really living my dreams. I've been working so hard. So, it's just really cool to see, like, where it started. I mean, I had been posting for many years before. Like, I started in 2011, I think, on this channel, or 2012. So, many years of posting, but I wasn't really trying. I mean, in my head, I was trying, but no, I wasn't trying. My lighting was terrible. I never edited anything. And I still like to have that style of, like, informal, not necessarily editing a lot still, but, like, you can at least see what I'm talking about. And there's not just awkward, like, staring at the camera, like, we've passed that period, but it's really fun. And I'm 17 here. My Disney collection later on. I wanted to have one of every princess. Not doing a great job at that now, am I? But I have two LEs now. The Calm Before the Storm. 2018 is when I start going crazy with those. This is interesting because this isn't correlated to a collection video or anything, so why was I putting them all in a circle? I don't know. Because I took them all off the shelf and put them in a circle? Why? But my husband was over, my boyfriend at the time, because his shoes are here, and there's a picture of him that's so cute, of him here. I look terrible in this picture. The lighting's weird. His shoes are here for some reason. His picture, the shoes are gone, so, but this is so weird. Did I do this just to take a picture? Because I cannot find a collection video that correlates with this. I don't know. Weird. Then this is my dorm. Horrible dark time, so there's, like, no pictures from this, but, like, worst year of my life. But this is the day after I moved in. It's funny, there's a picture my mom took of me in my dorm to share with her friends, and then this is the next day I did this. The dolls weren't up before that. But, yeah, these are the dolls that I chose. As you can see, fully in my Winx era. Switches to American Girl, kind of, during this, and it becomes a disaster. It's a time I don't really like to think about or talk about very much, so yeah, okay. I have another video to share with you from 2017, so I will be right back. Alright, my friends, I apologize because we've jumped around in time a little bit, so we are in January of 2017 now, so scratch all the stuff you just saw. But this is my room tour that I did, and I'm glad that I did this because I didn't realize that I did. I guess we went to Express. My mom loves that store. Or maybe I was just using the bag for something. Oh, you can see some Pikmin. That's notable. I had to show it. And look at all this. There's my Winx collection. Looks super clean. Oh, look! My little anime figure collection started. I didn't know I had a picture of that or a video. Cool. And then my American Girls. They're on this really cute bench my mom got for me. So I have to go in my bathroom. That's my Winx Winx from when I cosplayed Roxy. This is a short video, huh? I think this is like a part 1. That is a Mercury maze. Now this is interesting. They were throwing this away when I worked at the Science Museum, so I was like, can I have it? And they were like, okay. And I don't know where this is now, and I know I still have it, so it's kind of like Schrodinger's Mercury. Because you're not really supposed to just So hopefully I find that someday. Um, you can see my 3DS there. And my Croconana and my Pokemon cards. Why am I showing that? There's my bed. Look at that. It's made. That's actually crazy. And then, why is that big Celestia there? What the heck? I must have just gotten that or something. And then here's my Monster High collection. Look. So cool. Um, and there's just a sock on the floor. Why didn't I pick that up? I love that they're all just laid out. Like, I specifically cleaned my room clearly to make this video, and I just did not fix up the dolls. Oh, look at the Ever After High shelf. It's interesting that this is kind of like dollhouse setup. I guess it's because I didn't have that space in my dad's house anymore, so I was setting up dollhouses. Oh, my pull-ups! Okay, look at them. I got super into pull-ups around this time, too, and in college, like my first year of college. So these are my first 5. I got Duroni here at Tuesday morning. You used to be able to get pull-ups at Tuesday morning, which was so cool. You probably, maybe you still can't. Tuesday morning's like dead, right? This is my first pull-up. I got her in 2012, which was amazing. I'm so glad I did because you can't get her anymore, and I would have been devastated if I could never get her. This is a custom I bought. This is Pull Up Moon. I specifically sought her out, and I ended up not liking her very much. So I kind of, she's a mess. And then my Pull Up Miku, who I got for like, I got a good price on her at the time, but I definitely could get a better deal today. Why am I showing my makeup? Oh, is that my new phone or something? Why? Oh, my debit card's there. So silly. Oh, my face. Yeah. My flash drive. This flash drive is crazy because I lost it and it had like everything on it, so I was so devastated, but it turned out to be like when I went to college I couldn't find it anymore. It was in my Nintendo Switch case. For years I could not find that thing, and that's where it was. So that's fun. Oh, it wants to show you my QuickTime videos. Okay, so now we get rid of this and we go back to looking at the scrapbook I've created. So we're now in 2018. Again, really dark time. Did not really do a lot of. I mean, I was posting a lot on YouTube at the time, but most of those videos are privated because not a good time for me. So this is right before my 19th birthday. Yeah. Me and my American Girls. So as you can see, I like hit into an American Girl era here because the collection like doubles, and it's because I worked at the American Girl store for a minute. This is from Toys R Us. This is from when Toys R Us was shutting down. I got this display. I don't have Logan anymore, but otherwise, this is Hopscotch Hill Logan, right? That's her name. I'm pretty sure I have everybody here. This is my first apartment balcony. I filmed a lot of videos out here. Still a bad time. Basically, every minute of my undergraduate, it was just terrible. But I had my dolls, and my doll room was so cool. It was a great time. So let me switch gears and show you my 2018 doll room. It's awesome, and I'll link the video in the description. We're just gonna like skip around on it a little bit, but like, I love it. It's so magical. Oh, did you think I was gonna show you my first apartment? I actually, while I was about to pull up that video, I found this. I didn't realize I had a dorm tour from when it was like dolled up. So this is February of 2018, and you can see I went back to my mom's house and deposited some American Girl dolls, and I moved out of my dorm in like April-ish because we got an apartment. My husband moved in with me. So you can see my pull-ups are here, American Girl here, and then everybody else here, and then there's a bunch under my bed too. But yeah, you can see. I just thought this would be fun to flip through really fast. Oh, some Littlest pet shops from the new era. Did you see those? So I was always drinking a Smart Water, man. I love Smart Water. Because we had like a convenience store on the first floor of my dorm. And I never was awake when it was open, except when I was in classes, if I made it to classes. It was a horrible time for me, mentally. But look how clean this is. I think I was starting the new semester and I was like, I'm ready to have a good time, and then I didn't. But oh, it's so cute. It's so classy. Look at that. My little rug. Ah! Shh! Sorry if you could hear any of that. Why am I showing my... I guess it's a dorm tour. Is that... I forgot about that mat. Where is that? I want to put that on my desk right now. I love that. But yeah. My little collections or whatever. This is my friends from high school. Little picture thing. This crazy glass thing they gave me for free in my I got an associate's degree in high school, so my first college, I guess, my community college, and like my pigment. Look at this. It's so beautiful. My Winx dolls. They all fell over, I guess, but my Monster High dolls. I didn't really do a lot with my dolls at the time, except my American Girl dolls, because I was just miserable. But yeah, there's my dorm tour from 2018. We move on to, I believe, oh no, this is later that same year. I have an entire doll room, and it is pitch black outside. It must be midnight. This is a studio apartment. My husband lived with me. This is I love the way this looks. I know that's gonna sound crazy because it's so cramped, but like I love this sort of setup. It was so beautiful. Oh, look at darling Lego. We had only gotten where she's not here right now. We had got her October 4th. So this is only a little bit later. Oh my god, I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you can see my pull-ups, my original Disney designer collection. So I was mid collecting these. There's Tiana and Belt still to come. My Disney fairies and my Monster High over here. Monster High wasn't really very well displayed. You'll see they're all over the place. I didn't really have space for them. And I was really getting back into Monster High here. I like kind of dropped Monster High for a minute because I was so into Winx. And the American Girl dolls too. See some Barbies here for some reason. Regal Academy, more Disney fairies, but not the Disney Store ones, and some Descendants, my Godzillas, and other stuff. Brett didn't have a lot of collections at the time, and I also took over this entire apartment. Some random stuff up here. Our bed is here up against the kitchen. I kind of love that. It was so cozy. This is Brett's area. But a lot of my figures are here because I had a lot of anime figures, and we're into a lot of the same things. So when we merged collections, it like worked. This is his Monster High doll. I love that he had it in his space. This is my Winx wall. It had strip lighting and it was beautiful. It was magnificent. I love it so much. There's some random Monster High up here. And I just fit so much, so much in here. That was actually crazy. So that Baby Bonnet School of Dance, where'd it go? Up there? This? I don't know where the heck that is. Like, I have not seen that since the studio apartment. Where is that? Maybe my mom, like, has it. I saw this in a different video, actually, and I was like, where is that? Like, where is that? It's actually bothering me. Anyway, showing my stuff. Got one of my American Girl dolls here. Yeah, where are the American Girls? Oh yeah, they're here. Is my axolotls. There's a lid here because their filter would splash and I didn't want to touch on my dolls. So there's a cutting board and a bin lid. But look how like I managed to fit so much in these rooms. When I had limited space, I used every inch that I could. And look, that's my piano, my big piano. I want to put that back out someday. Love that thing. I found that at a thrift store. My axolotls. I miss them so much. They died in this first apartment because we did a water change, and the city of Austin, Texas, did not warn us that the water was terrible and like infested with some crazy bacteria, so they died, and that was awful. But I love them, and yeah, there's my studio apartment. It's beautiful. This was a terrible time in my life, but my God, the doll room was excellent. This is before I got my Cricut machine. You can see my camera. I was doing doll photography so much too. There were good. There were nice times. And my doll room was just. I did a great job with what I had. Like, it was beautiful. Anyway, so that is that. We're gonna move back to our little scrapbook. So there's the Winx wall, and I put the lights up. This is actually. Oh no, this is later. What am I doing here? I must be rearranging them again. I rearrange them so often because they were... I mean, look at this. It's so beautiful. And then I don't have a single picture from second apartment. Bad time in my life. Took forever to get everything arranged anyway. And, I mean, the Winx wall was up. But I never put the lights back up because some of them were broken. It was annoying me. So I don't have a single picture of the wall that I could find, which is annoying. So these are random YouTube this is random YouTube thumbnail where you can kind of see it. This was magnificent. It was lit up and beautiful. This was a 1-bedroom apartment. So Brett had the bedroom all to himself, and then I had the living room for my Winx wall, and it was so beautiful. So this is my couch, and then the TV's up on the opposite wall, and then this is next to the TV. This is so cute. This is the start of me like branching out more, well, way more, because I was originally like very strictly Winx Monster High because I didn't have a lot of money. But I started getting like having jobs so I could afford more things. So I started branching out more and getting things that weren't just like Monster High and occasionally Disney and Winx. So you can really see like a lot of other collections starting to crop up. You can see my first Bratz dolls as like when I finally was like, okay, I want to collect these. I found these three at a flea market. Well, I found two of them at a flea market, and then I found one of them at like a thrift store. And then this one was a random thrift store find that came with something else that I wanted, so I just kind of happened to get her. Yasmina was from like a thrift bin. You can see my first OMG here. Oh my god, I didn't realize she was there. Wild Hearts Crew, I love. This Cuckoo Heart Cuckoo. Anyway, like I started just grabbing more stuff. These were a gift. These Novi Stars were a gift, and the person who gifted them to me, I think they're I couldn't find them again when I tried to find them once. Because I wanted to send them a photo of my new display, and I couldn't find them anymore. So I wonder if they just changed their username, but that made me sad. But yeah, I love this shelf. It rocks. I think I left it for my brother. Like I gave it to my brother or something because it was so heavy and it's not a good height for dolls. But like, isn't this so beautiful? All my dolls. And then this is another thumbnail from a little bit later, and you can see I've added the lights, and instead of putting them on the tops, I put them on the bottom so it'd have this cool glow on the feet. Again, did not take a picture of this ever for some reason. I'm sure I have a picture somewhere, but I couldn't find any. I'm gonna have to dig through the deep archives to find a picture. But yeah, it's pretty cool. These are like little folders. You can see the pillowcase that's now on my bed. This is my Gumby blanket. So this is after I got the 7-foot tall Gumby, which I never really show on this channel. Hopefully you'll see him someday. But yeah. And then I want to show you a video from 2022, and that's the end of this video. So I never filmed a collection video when I lived in the basement for a while. Just because, I don't know. It was a lot. Well, I filmed collection videos of individual collections, but I never did a full tour because that basement, there was always something happening. Like, the reason I finally moved, this is my first house, I moved upstairs. So in 2020 and 2021, I was in the basement. At some point, the toilet almost fell through the floor, and I was like, enough is enough. So I moved upstairs. So that's the context as to why I moved upstairs. I don't think I talked about it at the time because because everyone was like, don't move to the basement. That's a bad idea, and I didn't want to admit it. But it was a bad idea. But anyway, this was my doll room, and the amount of dolls I managed to fit in here is actually crazy. Considering my collection's grown a lot since then, but like this was such a small room. But anyway, this video is still on my channel. Obviously, it's the intro video when you first click on my channel, but you can see my Winx wall. Never fixed it. I mean, I set this up like right before I moved. Like, when was this filmed? February 4th, 2022. So yeah, I moved in May. So like, I had just finished this, and then I was out of here. So yeah. But anyway, this was such like a good setup. My pride and joy. Look, it says pride, joy, Rainbow High display. It does a good job with these auto things, but that's hilarious. I guess these are my pride and joy here. My little prototype here too. And Rainbow High is pretty new here, so I don't have like a crazy amount of them, but they're like infesting the zone, as you can see. I mean, this is like a year and a half into Rainbow High, but I didn't really have a good solution for displaying them at the time, so I just kind of threw them where they would fit. Yeah, there's that big shelf that had the randoms on it. You see Winx figures here. OMG collection, I always had so much trouble displaying those. They're really hard to display. Oh, the oversized girlies in the corner there. Oh yeah, I had Bratz at this point. Are they on display? Or no? I don't know if they're on display. Let's see. OMG. Oh yeah, they are on display. They're on the opposite wall of this. That's right. I had set those up last minute right before this video, I think. Precure collection, just started that. This is when I started doing Japanese dolls. So you can see I'm getting into it here. Yeah, this was only last year. Well, basically 2 years ago at this point. Angels collection picture there. Oh my gosh. Look at my Disney collection up here. My Disney collection always, like, they always get the premium spot. I always put them up first because I just love them. Oh, look at them. They're magnificent. I really like the display I have better for them now. But, like, this room was so cozy. I wish I had a photo just standing from the door of it. I probably do somewhere, but, like, it was so... Oh, there's 3 Annas, so I already broke the rule. Oh, I'm saying I wanted one of each character up. Haha. Oh, this is the random shelf. I just love these, like, random doll lines. This is more of my collecting interest now is collecting, like, every doll line that I like instead of just focusing on like the big ones. So you can really see me starting to do that here. I do that way more now, but this is really when I started playing with that more. Not when I started, but really when I like emphasized it more. So you can see, and there's a big emphasis on my shelves for that too, because that was something that made me so happy. What am I saying there? Oh, my first la-di-da-da is what I'm getting at there. My mycines. Look how they used to fit on only 2 shelves. Wow. Um, and then my Apollo Magi collection, which is right behind me. They were really spread out here, and then other anime stuff there too, which the Toho stuff is right above my head right now. Um, and Mermaid High. Wow, do I only have 2 Mermaid High dolls there? How funny. Bratzillas. Look at everybody. It's so cool. Oh, that's how my Barbies were displayed. I was like Barbie movies only, plus a few others. Oh, there's the a few others caveat. I started like really thrifting a lot more and doing a lot more thrifting videos, so I ended up with a lot more Barbies, and that's when they started actually getting a display. Because Barbies, if you notice, did not have a display like ever. My Fairytopia dolls are from my childhood, and those were on display at some point, but I don't seem to have a photo of it. I think I have a video of it somewhere. But that was in like 2014. But other than that, I never really displayed Barbie. So this is when I finally decided to do that. It was Wild Hearts Girl on display with Barbie. That's so weird. Anime cabinet, some shipper boxes, pretty cool. Why is it doing 5 seconds instead of 30? Monster High were like jammed into this corner. It was kind of a terrible display. But I wanted them all out, and they were. You see my first collectors there. Pretty cool. And then I'm showing the closet for. I'm like, don't you want to see the closet? And then the Bratz. I did not have a whole lot at the time, and also I took a lot of them off display. I mean, wait, no, I had quite a few. Never mind. I have basically the same amount now. I'm stupid. It's actually that I took a lot of them off display because I didn't have room. And the boxed ones, those were actually a gift from my friend. Drops of Indigo, which is so cool and special. That's my mom's. Is that Mei Lin? Blanking. I think so. Yeah. I did have a display for the Middle Eastern dolls. Interesting. I'm still trying to figure out how I want those displayed, but it seems that I gave a very special spot to them because I love them so much. And then Regal Academy, randoms, and like, yeah, prototypes are in there, I guess, and extra. So I still had a bunch of stuff in the basement is why I was able to make this room work. I still had the American Girls in the basement, as you can see, and all the like accessories and stuff. But yeah, so that is my collection. The history, walking through of my collection, where it started, and yeah, soon I'm gonna be doing a new. Oh, goes further. Soon I'm gonna be doing a like full collection tour. Well, not like a full collection tour. I'll be doing a doll room tour of the doll living room, and then I'll be working on a doll room update series of this room. Maybe, I don't know. And then we'll do a tour of this room, because this one's not necessarily dolls. There are dolls in here, and I might show them in the doll room tour. We'll see. But this is like a separate thing. But yeah, I thought this would be fun. I don't know. I'm making an American Girl list of all the dolls, by the way. That's what that is. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed walking through this journey with me. I used to do a lot more of these chatting videos, and you guys say you like them, so hopefully you liked this. I'm filming this in my streaming setup, which is kind of different, so hopefully this was fun, and maybe you learned something. I don't know. The message of this is take more pictures. Encourage your friends to take more pictures. When you go out with friends, or your husband, or your mom, or your boyfriend, or literally just take pictures. I desperately wish I had more pictures. It's so annoying because me and my husband have been together for 10 years. From the first 5 years, I would venture to guess I have 10 pictures total. Because we just didn't take pictures. Because, you know, I just saw him every weekend. It was kind of normal. So we have like our prom pictures. I have a couple random selfies we managed to take, but like that's it. And that sucks. Take pictures of your pets, take pictures of you, take pictures of what you love, take pictures of your toys, take pictures of your room. Even if you don't have like a collector room, take pictures. I wish I had more pictures of like my childhood room. It's just something that you don't really think about in the moment, but when you're 10 years in, you're like, dang, I really wish I had pictures of that. I wish I had pictures of me hanging out in my husband's living room. I wish I had pictures of me at my grandparents' house. I wish I had pictures of my dad's house, just how it looked, because those moments are gone. I just have what I have in my head. Making me a little emotional a bit, but yeah. That's it for this video. I I love toy collecting. It's a big part of my life, and yeah. If you want to have a big collection, you could see it grow here. It obviously like grew a lot more as I got more jobs, but I enjoyed every minute of it. Every moment was magical. Every time I took pictures of them or built a little room set up for them or got a new one or went to a cool collector show and played with them with my dad or with my stepsister or with my friends, like just every moment was magical. And that's how I know it's the hobby I love and want to stay in, and it still feels like this to this day. It's a bit less well, back then it was so like every single doll had like some kind of story that was so much. It wasn't necessarily just I went to the thrift store. It was like I went with my mom to the thrift store. I went with my boyfriend at the time to the thrift store. My husband now. But like there were such like specific, very deep memories with each one, and now it's a little different. But now those memories are with you guys. Like a cool video or like the ones that come in my PO box. So it's different, but it's still like really special, and I love it. And yeah, for real this time, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and definitely if you have pictures like this, make sure you have them archived and saved somewhere good, especially if they're on some social media, because your account could just get deleted one day. Um, and then you lose all your pictures, and boy, that would suck. And I mean, I have this little scrapbook that I just put together. I have way more pictures than this, thankfully. There's specific times when I just took like a million pictures, and then there's like a year where I just don't, and then I do it again. Like it's very intermittent and random, but I'm really grateful for the pictures that I have, but I wish that I had more. And yeah, that's it for real this time. For real this time. I've said that a bunch of times. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!